The video review will start in a few seconds, but if you're watching this on YouTube, remember, if you have a question, comment, or suggestion for me, you can post it on 3dgameman.com, and the link is provided below. Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds from 3dgameman.com, and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Roccat Kone XTD gaming mouse. Great looking box with lots of pictures, features, and specifications about the product on it. And there's even more information here on the inside, as well as a clear window, so you can see what the mouse looks like. And this just slides out to reveal an installation guide and the mouse, which is at the front. Now let's have a closer look at the mouse. They also include 4 5-gram weights, and they come in this convenient carry case. Now let me first go over these specifications, and then I'll have a closer look at the mouse. It comes with a Pro Aim laser sensor R3, an amazing sensor, and also you can have up to 41 true DPI settings, ranging from 200 to 8,000 DPI, and that will give you pretty much the DPI that you want for your particular application. It comes with a 1000 hertz polling rate, 1 millisecond response time, 12,000 frames per second, or 10.8 megapixels, 30G acceleration, 3.8 meters per second, or 150 IPS, 16-bit data channel, 1 to 5 millimeter lift-off distance, tracking and distance control unit, a 72 megahertz turbo core V2 32-bit ARM-based MCU, as well as 576 kilobytes of onboard memory. As well, zero angle snapping precision, and it comes with a beautiful 1.8 meter braided cable. And at the end of this braided cable is a USB connector, and of course this gets connected into your computer's USB port. Now, one thing to note here is branding. They have a nice bit of branding on this mouse, which is pretty common for peripherals. You can see that they have their logo, Roccat, and this is the Kone XTD on even the plug, which is pretty neat. You see it there as well, but the branding itself is quite nice. This mouse has lots of buttons. There are 2 on the left, but this one is an easy shift button, and I'll go through what that's all about in just a minute. 2 at the top. You've got your left click, right click, scroll wheel, which is rubberized for grip. That doubles as 3 buttons actually. Press down straight, you get 1 button. Left click another, and right click another. And here is even another button. So what does this easy shift button do? Well, in essence, it doubles the amount of buttons, because when you press this easy shift button and another button, that means that you can assign another function to that particular button. So let's just say that this button is assigned a particular function without pressing the easy shift button, but when you press the easy shift button and that particular button, you can assign another function to it. Now, there are 2 LED strips which you can assign pretty much any color to. It runs from the front to the back, and it's on the right side as well as the left side. And when I connect and install the drivers for this particular mouse, I'll have a closer look at what that looks like and how you can change the colors. The overall fit and finish, build quality, and styling on this mouse is quite exceptional. I love the way it looks as well. It is extremely comfortable to hold in your hand for extended periods. I have a medium-sized hand. That will give you some idea of how the mouse actually fits in my hand. If you have a small hand, it might be a little bit too large, and if you have a large hand, it might be a tad bit too small, but for the most part, it should fit just about any hand size. Installing weights is extremely easy to do. First of all, you need to remove this cap that's at the bottom of the mouse. Now notice that there's an arrow here and an arrow on the cap. Turn it clockwise to basically undo the cap, and then you can just turn the mouse up and the cap will pop right off, and then you can install as many weights as you want. Now, to put the cap back on, you need to line these arrows up correctly and then turn it counterclockwise to lock the cap into position. Also at the bottom are 3 very slippery feet, and these will glide pretty much over any decent mouse surface. And here's that amazing 8200 DPI laser sensor. Now the first thing you'll have to do is download drivers from their site, roccat.org, under support for the particular mouse. Install the drivers and then connect the mouse. Now when you do, in a lot of situations there will be firmware updates, and this is automatic. It will detect that the firmware needs to be updated. If it does, and then go ahead and install the latest firmware. Now let's have a closer look at the software, which by the way is extremely impressive because it gives you total control over the mouse, the buttons, as well as the LED. So let's begin. In the main area, you've got a lot of options here. Sensitivity options, vertical scroll speed, the mouse wheel, the horizontal tilt speed, this is as well on the mouse wheel, DPI switcher, and you can even adjust the double click speed. At the bottom you've got the game profiles, pop up whichever one you want. As well, you can create a profile, load a profile, save a profile, and edit a profile. In the button assignment, well, you get the idea. You can assign pretty much any button to pretty much anything you want. And also you have a macro manager for the buttons. Under advanced control, you have advanced sensitivity, tracking control unit, distance control unit, even sound effects, like for example when you make a DPI change, profile switch, it will indicate that you've done that. Also Windows pointer speed, and you can do a driver reset. Now lots of color options here, and I'll get back to that in just a minute, but there is a bunch of LEDs, as I indicated earlier, that you can change to just about any color or colors that you want. Now this is pretty interesting. This is called RAD, or Roccat Achievements Display, and it shows your achievements, like for example the number of clicks on the buttons and so on and so forth. This is pretty neat actually. And an update support area. Within the color control, you have absolute control over the LEDs. You just click if you want the right side or the left side, and then change the colors to whatever you want. You can also turn the LEDs on or off. You can adjust the lighting effects, like for example you can have them breathing, a heartbeat, and so on and so forth. You can also adjust the color flow effects. Now just to give you some idea what these LEDs look like, have a closer look. And remember, you can pretty much customize the colors to your own liking. This mouse really has everything going for it. First of all, it looks fantastic. It is comfortable to hold for extended periods. It performs extremely well. Comes with fantastic software so you can customize the buttons, the lighting, as well a nice braided 1.8 meter cable. If you are in the market for a gaming mouse, I would keep this one at the top of your list. Overall, this is a 100% kick-ass product. Until next time, take care. I hope you enjoyed this video review, and please note that pricing for this product is available on the 3D Game Man video review page.